When we come back, cutting edge in the kitchen, and we're not talking about knives here. We're going to do a little cryo vacuum. Huh? We're going to put it to the old taste test, so come on back.
Just when you thought there was nothing new under the sun, let us tell you about cryovacuuming. And it's the New York Times Magazine. We saw it in, and it says it's really starting to steam up kitchens. Now, you can get the food now at Costco for your home and try it out yourself, and we'll tell you about what the process is in a minute. But joining us is Tom Gregg, who's president of Cuisine Solutions, which created all this. Okay, it looks like vacuum sealing to me, like the old-fashioned. I mean, I remember, you drop the Stouffer's and with the rice and the stuff and glop it together. It's not.
Well, it is still vacuum sealing, but the difference is the way we cook it.
And you have cooked it slowly, more slowly than we can imagine. For instance, you said a lamb shank would take you
36 hours to cook.
Slow cooking, and that does what?
That allows the idea of what we do is sous vide cooking is to allow you to cook very slowly at very low temperatures, which brings out the exact color, texture, and flavor of the food that you're trying to get. So you're saying it's not just better than the kind of frozen stuff we think of at home, you say, but it's like the real thing if we could cook it the way restaurants do. Correct. We think it's an exceptional way to cook, and it's revolutionary. And it's
So if we buy it at the store, you've already cooked the lamb shank 36 hours.
We've already cooked it 36 hours for you. You just have to heat it up for 5 minutes.
So that's all we have to do.
Good.
Okay.
And
all right, try it.
Okay. You go first. No, you go first. You go first. I'll get one. Here. And then eventually, you think someday people will start cooking this way because you don't have to cook in an oven anymore?
You might not have to cook in an oven because ovens, a lot of the flavor seeps out in the oven. And with this, all the flavor stays in that cryovac bag. So you get to keep all the flavor. It stays moist and juicy. It's perfect.
Now, as you say, right now, it costs a lot, this whole equipment. But eventually, you could really see everybody cooking this way and go to work, and leave it for 36 hours for your lamb shank?
Right. We see most of the top restaurants in the country now, the French Laundry, Daniel Boulud, are all using this method to cook in their restaurants, and we see that eventually being available for home use.
Well, why should I cook it for 36 hours if you've already done it?
Well, that's a good point. I think you should buy it from us.
Okay, but then the restaurant, but what you're saying is the restaurants actually do the very slow cooking themselves of the long, long time.
Yes.
And this water is actually at relatively low, I mean heated, but relatively low temperature. Right?
Correct, correct. And the science of it that our chief scientist Bruno Gousseau started in 1974 really allows you to know the exact temperature that the meat and the vegetables have to cook to be just perfect.
I'm sorry, can I get some vegetables, please?
Why'd you pick the name cryovacuuming? My cooking makes people cry. Why would you choose that name?
The cryovacuuming is like Kleenex. It's the name of the vendor who produces the plastic, it's a beautiful technology.
I have to say, it's really good.
It's very flavorful. How about the nutrients? Does it make, is it healthier for you?
For us, the food is we pasteurize the food, kill all forms of bacteria, so it's very safe. For us, it's frozen and it comes at 18 months shelf life, so we don't need preservatives.
Wow.
So it comes out, much more healthy, I think, and much more safe for you as a consumer.
Shelf life without putting it in the freezer.
In a freezer, shelf life 18 months.
Oh, I see. Okay, in a freezer.
Right. Well, you can imagine coming home and saying, what have you cryovac tonight? Anything in the cryovac? I don't know. A bun in the cryovac? No, never. Anyway.
So far, this is my favorite segment of the morning, by the way.
That's right.
Anytime you could be.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
Again, brand new. Cat lovers rejoice. As we said, Marty Becker's joining us.